Welcome in, friends. Welcome. This is Candy K. All day. Join us today, friends. I'm super excited because we've got a wonderful friend joining us all the way from the UK. Friends, I'm fanning out here. I just need you to know that I am fanning out with this wonderful. We've got a powerhouse creator in the building. She's not just running one successful YouTube channel. In fact, she's running two, and both of them are blowing up in completely different niches. From soothing children to sleep with magical storytelling to inspiring thousands, and I do mean thousands, on our health and wellness journey. Y'all, please welcome the incredible Jo from Jo's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. And now, Auntie Jo with Auntie Jo's Bedtime Stories. Welcome for coffee and conversations.
Candy K all day, Candy K all day. What an amazing intro. I think I could, that's the end for me. I don't need to do anything else now. Nothing's going to get better than that intro.
Jo, what do you do when you have all of this fabulosity? Dolly Parton said it, but it really is quintessential Jo. The bigger the hair, the closer to God. And there she is, friend. It's Jo from Jo's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. Welcome to Candy K's house. Thank
I am
you
really
for
glad to
joining us,
be here.
Jo.
I've been really looking forward to it. I know you got in touch with me a couple of weeks ago and we was trying to figure out a day. But then when you said on Monday, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, I just babysat my nephew and niece. Am I going to be okay? Because I always end up feeling unwell. But no, I was all right. And I'm like, right, perfect. I've got enough energy for Candy K.
Yes, thank you so much because you're so busy. My goodness. And so thank you first for allowing me this coveted interview. And thank you for being my friend too,
I
Jo.
thank you for being my friend. Candy K, you blessed me. Was it something like 6 months ago now? You blessed me, and it was that blessing that it's just helped. It's just helped support my channel. So thank you. Honestly, I mean that sincerely from the heart.
Well, I appreciate you, but I cannot take that credit. It is Jo being Jo and how you show up in the world as a content creator, as a kind and wonderful human, as a cat mom, as right. There's Miss Mary, and there's our favorite cat. There's Miss Mary. Friends, this is what I mean. I know you can feel it. It's contagious, and it's called Jo's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. This is going to be, I can already predict, this is going to be a wonderful conversation, just
It
talking
is.
amongst the friends, because that's what you do. There's no pretense. We're just talking amongst friends, and we're inviting our audiences to join in this conversation. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for chatting it up in that chat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share some of the folks who are here. We've got Nisha Antoinette. We've got so many in that chat. The Traces of Twan says hello. Miss Nikki says hello. Thank you all for joining us, y'all. I'm leading the chat today, and so just go ahead and chat it up. It doesn't matter if you are what side you're joining us from. We are all here together as one big family. And happy holidays to everyone who is joining us. We want to welcome in Kyle Vlogs. Welcome in. Good day. Good day to everyone. And here's our channel link from Jo herself, and I'm going to go ahead and pin that to the top so that if you want to connect with Jo following this interview, you are welcome to do so. That's what collaboration looks like, and I appreciate this collaboration today.
Now,
It's Jo from Jo's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. She is our special guest today for coffee and conversations. Yes, absolutely. Thank
Candy
you so much.
K, can
Yes.
I just apologize? I said to you I've turned every command every timer off my Nightbot. And I've just seen a Nightbot message gone up. So I've
So
just
what you
gone through the settings.
it's okay, Joe. Because I'm doing the same thing now. Just click on those three dots and put the user in, put Nightbot in timeout
Time it out. Hold on, let's
for
put
24
time it out.
hours and he'll be there. Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you.
that's the
Thank
pro tip.
you.
That's what I've learned to do. And so y'all, thank you, because we are both, Joe and I are both new content creators in these YouTube streets. And friends, we are still learning every day as content
Yeah.
creators. And so, y'all, stick around. You want to stick around at the end of this stream. We are going to do a special segment, a content creator portion of this Coffee and Conversations.
Yes.
Coffee and Conversations is my interview segment on my channel. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get down to some business. Let's talk about Joe and your newest adventure as a content creator, as a sex in the city, single in the city type of person. But let's talk about this fabulous new channel. This, when I saw and when you shared with me, Joe, that you were endeavoring to move into a new channel and a new niche, not new to you, but new to YouTube and Joe on YouTube. Let's
Yes.
talk about this new channel. Let me share that with the friends. That new channel is Auntie Jo's Bedtime Stories. Joe, this is something very special. It's something very special. Joe, tell us about the new channel, Auntie Jo's Bedtime Story.
Well, the reality is that I've been writing stories since I was a kid. My granddad used to run an office, so we'd always have computer paper. Can you remember that? I'm not sure if it's a generational thing, where they used to have paper that had holes down the side of it that they used to do all their office reports from. And
Yes,
I
I
used
know
to
that paper. Yes.
we used to get that, and I would be writing stories on there, and then I'd be writing poems. And I've always done poems and stories. It's a way, I think it's a way to help me just relax. Apologies, there's Miss Mary, look. And I think so. I've been doing that for years, but not necessarily the children's stories. I've always done like a Christmas poem for friends and poems for family events and things, but never for the kids. But then, of course, when I've been unwell and then realizing just how unwell I had been, I'd started writing some stories just for the kids that I could then narrate and do like some video animations. Because at that time, I was not going to be on screen. And I thought that would just be something that I would put out, and so that, some of the kids that my family know and my friends know, and of course the kids in my family, they would get an idea of who Auntie Jo was, even if Auntie Jo wasn't there anymore. And we'll talk about that bit separately. But then now with Joe's Sleep and Slim Down journey, you could see the difference in just who my energy levels now that I'm sleeping and I'm slimming down. And I thought, well, it's time I need to do something else. I'm not quite able to go to work yet because I've still got problems with my heart. So I've been signed off from working at the moment. But what I was thinking is I need to do something that helps me with my creativity or helps me professionally. So you know where the idea came from, or the information about it came from? Elizabeth from the More Intuitive Me. I was on her Friday night tarot readings, and she asked you, does anyone want a reading? And I says, Elizabeth, I've got two ideas. I'm thinking I need to start something to keep my my creative juices flowing. Should I do something that's professional because I'm a learning and development specialist, so I could be doing a learning and development coaching thing? Or shall I do something that's from my heart and it's the bedtime stories? And straight away, Elizabeth was like, oh my goodness, Jo, what I'm seeing in the cards is that you have to do the stories, but it's going to have such a good reach because everybody needs an Auntie Jo. And I'm like, yes, I want to be everyone's Auntie Jo.
And you are, and you are past tense. You absolutely are the world's Auntie Jo.
I love it.
Jo, you, Miss Mary. I I'm not a cat person, but do you know that I look for Miss Mary? And then as you were just talking, Miss Mary rises up and makes her presence known.
She's
Jo,
she's a secret diva at the channel.
I wanted to, for this first segment here, we're just going to talk about the children's content.
Yes,
And you, as you know, I have a heart for children.
yes,
And especially as we move into the holiday season, me and my family, and at 50, I don't need much of anything, Jo. I don't need more stuff because it's just more stuff for me to
it's just
deal with
stuff then.
in the house. So what I do instead during the holidays is I pick an angel off of the angel tree at church, and I also pick, and it's a child, and I purchase for that child because I was blessed as a child that me and my siblings, we always woke up to opening gifts and
Yeah,
things every Christmas. It
yeah,
wasn't an option we didn't do without. And so to me, every child deserves a good Christmas.
yes.
And as part of their wish list that I'm presented with when I choose my angel, things that the child needs, what size they wear, and things like that, I always include books.
Oh, that's
And so
beautiful.
when you shared with me about your desire to start this children's channel, for the love of reading, first of all,
Yes, yes,
I, as a child, was an avid reader. And because books will allow you to go anywhere in this world.
exactly, exactly.
It fosters creativity, it grows a child's vocabulary,
Yeah,
it helps a child to deal with things that they are dealing with as children that are happening in their families, in their communities. It's a way of escape.
yes,
And in your case, with this children's channel and bedtime stories, it allows parents and children to spend time together, to be in
yes.
community before they fall asleep in restful slumber. Can I tell you that I enjoy the bedtime stories? And you've got a new story that features a new, to me, I'm always just thinking about it from a child's perspective. You are giving children so many. Think about a child who lives in the city, right? In a large American city or a large city in the UK, you're introducing them to a hyena. Joe's
Yes.
newest story introduces children to a new animal, not just a dog, not a cat like Miss Mary, but to a hyena. Can you tease a little bit about that story with us, Joe?
Well, this, oh my goodness, Candy Kate, I'm already amazed because that story went out, what, 2 hours ago? But this story is something special.
Can
I,
I, while Joe's doing that, can I tell you that yes, Kitty K has her notifications set to all, and Kitty K hit subscribe on the new channel, Auntie Joe's Bedtime Stories. Yes, so I encourage you to
and
do the
that's
same
why.
and share this newest adventure, this new channel of Joe's. Share that with children that you know.
Yeah.
Share that channel with children that you know. In order, Joe, you tell me when you're ready. I was just giving you a moment to grab your materials. Give us
Oh,
a little bit more about this newest story that just dropped
it's
this
literally
morning.
just
I got the
dropped.
notification and I chimed right in for a watch and a listen. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, this story came from Ollie. Ollie is the 5-year-old son of a good friend of mine. And he came round. So I've been unwell for years, but I've always been in the house. But people weren't really coming round, and people weren't encouraged to come round. But Ollie wanted to come round because he wanted to meet Auntie Jo. And so he got to meet me, bless him. But then I said, Ollie, why don't we write a story together? And this was the notes that we got. So I said, what do you want the story to be about, Ollie? And he says, well, I want it to be funny. He'd just been exploring with his daddy to Creswell Crags, which is a set of caves in Derbyshire in the UK. And so I think they've got a visitor centre there where they must have been showing about the Ice Age and the hyenas. So that was it. We decided, and the whole story, all the ideas have come from Ollie that we had in the discussion. And then about a week, it took me about a week to write the poem. And I've just sent that over to his dad now, so that I've said, right, this is his story. So I'm over the moon that you've seen it as well. But of course it is, it's the notifications, isn't it? But I love writing children's stories with children. So that's one thing that I'm really encouraged, because I think now I've got 3 more stories, 2 that I've already written, and then 1 more that I'm going to write for Harjarine's daughter, because she loves books. But I wanted to write stories for children based on what they want to be writing about. So that's why I say now on the videos, if your child has got something they want to have a shout out, or they want a story writing about anything that they want, let Auntie Jo know. And in a few weeks' time, it may take a few weeks, depending how busy I am, I will have a story for them. And they're only 5 minutes long. But they're 5 minutes,
Yes.
especially when it's their own story. How lovely.
There was a story that you did with a sister duo,
Yes.
and their parents helped them to write to you, and that's what the kids are doing. If you don't know this about children's channels, they don't allow comments on the channel
Exactly.
because it needs to be a safe space. And so Candy K is giving 10 out of 10 to Auntie Jo's bedtime stories for being a safe space for
Yes.
kids and kids at heart to listen to literature read in your voice, stories created with the creativity and the ingenuity of children, with their Auntie Jo's participation,
Yes.
and then narrated by Auntie Jo. Oh my God, narrated,
And
pictures to go with them. Go ahead, Joe. Go.
I
This
always
is your
trying to get the
moment.
story to have a meaning behind it. So Ollie's story that he had, all the different ideas, and I thought, well, the best thing about this story is the fact that it's a hyena that's learning to laugh, and not learning to laugh, it's laughing, but then it's sharing what it's the things that he did over the day with his parents or with a loved one or anyone new. So that way it's about experiencing things and then sharing that experience with others, and that's the key theme from today's story. But each story has just a little learning moment.
A little life lesson. A little life lesson.
Yes.
Yes. And don't our young people need, they need good role models, frankly. Our children need more models than critics. That's what our
Yes.
children
Yes.
need most. And I'm not just talking about my own children. I'm talking about the world's children. They need more role models
And a chance
and
for
not
them
critics.
to grow, not just to be told something. They can get involved in something.
Yeah, because our children, they're small humans. They have fears, they have strong opinions, and we need to value them for who and what they are. I just love the thought, because I love the thought of quieting things down, turning the screens off
Yes.
as we get ready for a bedtime routine. So I love that you get all of this, Auntie Jo, in a neat little package for five minutes and a few seconds, or less. And it's a bedtime story. It gives you a starting point to have a quick conversation with your child. In my home, if my kid was still a small fry, we would be saying our prayers then, and then let's go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. Let's go to sleep. We want to thank another kind human, D Boss Way, Harjarina Annette.
You're
Thank
so
you for
wonderful,
joining
Hadri.
us. Look at all of I love how our communities are just the interchange through the chat, y'all. And please blame it on me. I am trying to move down through this chat as I move this conversation along. I told you though, I told you from the start, I'm fanning out myself because we've got our Auntie Jo with us, friends. Tell me when you did a new story about the hyena today, and tell us the name of that story so that tell us the exact name of the story about the hyena today so that when folks pop over and y'all check the top of my chat so that you can get that pinned link. Tell us the exact name of that story and tell us when we can get new stories. Do you have an upload schedule or what's coming next for Auntie Jo's bedtime stories?
Great question there, Candy K. I think because again, I've still got problems with my energy levels with the fibromyalgia. I
Understood.
think when my channel was first started, I'd got several stories already available that like some of them are already animated, some I'd already got written out. So I was just going to record them and do them. So I think I got about 2 out a week. I think I'm going to try and get 1 out a week going forward, but I can't necessarily say what day it will be because it just depends on my energy levels. But so I use AI to do the images.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I use AI for the video description. But for me, the joy is of writing the poems. So I write the poems myself. And sometimes, as you say, if I'm suffering a flare up, I've not got a huge amount of cognitive capacity to then create something that would rhyme. Sometimes I've got less cognitive capacity to say my name.
Joe, I see that folks are loving this stream, and so we want to shout out a friend that has joined through your welcome mat, through your front door. Carnivore Muscle says, "I would love to have a story for my niece, Clara." Joe, share again how folks are able to share their ideas for stories, and it's a great moment for parents and kids to come together and meet Joe virtually through her
Yes,
email address because that is what you invite families to do is to
yes.
write me, connect with me, share your story ideas,
But
and
with a grown up.
it's a safe space for kids.
Yes.
It's a safe space for kids. So tell us, repeat that just a little bit more. And thank you, Carnivore Muscle, for giving that kind gift to Joe.
Thank you. This is Jonathan. Carnival Muscle is Jonathan. So I've
Okay.
already made a note, Jonathan, that I'm going to be writing a story for Clara. But for anyone who wants a story for their children or children that they know, all they need to do is write. If you've not already aware of the channel, the email address is in the channel links. You know, you've got the channel links, but the email address is Auntie Jo. You can see it. Candy K, you were wonderful. It's Auntie Jo's bedtime stories at gmail.com. And all I need to do is tell me the name of the child, the country and county and the country that they're from, and what if they want a story writing specifically for them, what is it about? But if they don't have something that they just want to have a shout out, then I will do a shout out anyway. So as I say, because I'm always writing stories.
Yes. Yes, you are. Joe, I am so happy that the world can meet Joe in a completely different aspect. Friends, if you have questions about Joe, Auntie Joe, and the newest channel, Bedtime Stories, or if you have questions about Joe and your weight loss journey, we're going to try to start to transition from that. But if you have questions for this content creator, for my friend Joe, go ahead and start dropping those in the chat. We're going to take questions now from the chat. and we're going to kind of move this train along. Friends, don't forget to stay until the end of this live stream, because we are going to do a creator segment for content creators where Jo is going to be sharing pro tips on how to create a second channel. How do you move from, hey, I think I want to do a YouTube channel, to now having two very successful channels in the YouTube streets. So just stay until the end of this stream, and that's when you're going to get that bonus creator spotlight as content creators, where we just talk shop, if you will, because Kitty
Talk
K
shop.
brings you 3 live stream episodes of Shop Talk. It's our content creator live Q&A for YouTube content creators. Jo, okay, so we got through that. Oh, we've got a question. What are your long-term goals, and where are you from, if you care to share?
Well, Jonathan, I'm from the UK and I'm from the county of Nottingham. So if you guys will know Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood, riding through the glen. I'm sorry, Candy K. I'm trying not to sing. But that just came out.
Okay, we're back.
We're back. But yes, everyone knows Nottingham as the county that brought us Robin Hood. And of course, the Sheriff of Nottingham. So that's
Thank you for making that connection for us. Yes.
The Sheriff of Nottingham. And we say Nottingham. We're not very good at using the H in Nottingham. Our accent's very unforgiving, our accent is. But again, I think that's why these stories are going down so well, because I think people enjoy my accent. Have you noticed as well that I have to put the subtitles on? And I think that's good for children if they're learning the words. But of course, it's so that people can understand what I'm saying.
In all seriousness, though, the way to create a capable, competent reader is to read to children daily. If you want your child to become a capable, confident writer, create intentional opportunities for them to write daily. So take some time. Take your kid to the store. Go in the Dollar Tree or $1.50 tree, wherever, and buy your child. Let them pick out a beautiful journal. Yes, let's talk about our day. Yes. Let's talk about gratitude. What are we grateful for? Right? Yes. These are the things that you do. But if you want your child to be a capable, confident reader, they need a daily dose of reading. Just like they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, a book a day. I venture to say that Auntie Jo's bedtime stories will keep illiteracy away. Friends, do a daily dose of reading and listening skills. Do you know that listening precedes reading and writing? They can't read the words yet. A younger child can't read the, but they can listen to it. They can listen. And yes, parents can listen too, because I'm telling y'all, I love your bedtime stories, and I want the world to know your bedtime stories, Jo. Okay, we've got more questions coming in. Jo, were you going to say something? Go ahead, dear.
Well, I was going to say, one of the great things that Elizabeth said to me was that, I think this is why it moved me so much. She says, you have to do the stories. She says, because there are many children out there that don't have people who can read stories to them. Whether they don't have a parent who will read stories to them, or whether they've just not got the someone there who's got the time to do it. So you're giving a child an Auntie Jo. Well, then my friend, she works as a consultant for residential children homes to make sure that they're safe. And those children, she says she's now sharing those children's stories with those children in these care homes who haven't got parents, but they've now got an Auntie Jo. And honestly, that alone, there's nothing that will be that feeling of just joy, knowing that that's what's now going to be happening with my stories. Children who haven't got someone to read to them, have now got an Auntie Jo. It's just, it blows my mind. It blows my mind. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful.
Thank you. And D Bossway, I just want you to know that D Bossway has honored your love of reading and your creativity and your love for children and the lost art. It's almost a lost art of reading bedtime stories and holding space with your child. As
Yes.
parents, we're often so busy, and or we think we are, but we really need to bring the focus back daily with intention on connecting at a deeper level with your child. And this is a
Yes.
great way to do it. This is a great way to do it, to reestablish those bedtime routines. Children thrive on routines. But D Boss Way, she sent you some love on your channel, and I just wanted to make sure that we honor these great humans who are so kind and generous to us as content creators. And so thank you, D Boss Way, sharing love on both sides. Thank you
Archery
today
is an
for that.
absolute joy. Archery is a joy. And
Hashtag one of my favorites too.
yeah, she's very
Absolutely.
creative herself. Have you been listening to some of the music that she's been putting out there?
Absolutely. Check my channel out. She's all over my YouTube channel. She created some beautiful theme music for me. What a kind human, and what another. She is a talent. She is a talent and
Yes.
destined for greatness as well. Destined for greatness as well. Tracy D from your side says, I used to read to my children every night. It was such a beautiful time in our lives. You've got some more
So
love coming your
true.
way.
Oh my
Joe,
God.
you've got more love coming your way.
Lord Grant, the Earl of Campbell. Thank you.
Yes. And we've got a friend and family member to us both. 5G's a family journey. It says, Kitty K, I'm at work, just leaving a like and showing some love. That's what we want you to do. Thank you all for locking in. Hey there, Epi Pooh. Epi Pooh is in the building. Hey there, friend. Yes, I love that our communities are so close that
Yes.
it doesn't matter what door you're entering from, you are welcome. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome again. I've got Joe from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. We are just talking it up with this content creator, and we're having coffee and conversations. This is one of my signature interview sessions on my channel, and I'm a lifestyle channel. Joe, what are you sipping on today, friend?
Well, I have my water, but I've got in there, a tea strainer, and I've got in there some yerba mate tea. So
Ooh,
I thought because I'm on the slim down journey,
yes.
and the yerba mate is supposed to be good at getting a natural GLP-1 in there, so that's why I'm drinking some of that today.
Okay, I had not heard that. You see what we get? You see what happens when we lean into this. You've got all kind of money flowing in here, Joe, and folks
Oh,
love Joe because Joe is my friend too, and I frankly love Joe. We all love Joe. We all love Joe. Stealth Health India Himani says, love you, Kitty K. This collab is amazing. I agree. I agree, friend. I agree.
Imani
And
is wonderful. Imani is wonderful, and she's doing some amazing. You've got to get Imani onto one of these coffee and conversations
yeah,
because she's doing some
thank
amazing
you. Thank
stuff.
you. Thank you
Amazing
for
stuff.
that. I appreciate that. Thank you. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend Joe's from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey, and also the new channel, Joe's Bedtime Stories. Y'all check her out. We've got this chat is blowing up. So I'm trying to manage all of these things, friends. And so thank you all for joining us. And if you're catching this on replay, if you're not catching the live stream today, but you are one of those great humans who are joining us on the replay, please drop in the chat and let us know that you stopped by. We value you, and we want to hear directly from you if you catch this on replay. Friends, stay locked in, stay tuned in. We've got a content creator bonus section coming up at the end of this live stream. But now we're gonna try to take a look at Another aspect of Jo, the first Jo's channel that we met, as we encountered who is this great diva, and friends, Jo's sleep and slim down journey. Oh my goodness. I said, who is this person? Big hair. It was the big hair that made me tap in. I must tell you, it was the big hair. And like you said, Jo, so many moons ago at this point, and both of us were trying to get to 1,000
Yes,
subscribers. One 4,000 watch hours, and now we are both, by the
yes,
grace of God, fully monetized content creators. It isn't, wow. We thank the creator for his marvelous gifts, and we thank you, the subscribers, the
yes,
viewers,
yes,
the members of these channels. Thank you so much for always staying locked in with the content, or watching on replay. That works well. However, you're viewing us on your smartphone, your TV, computers, whatever. Maybe you're, oftentimes when I'm working, I just listen. So we want to kind of transition now if we can, but if you have other questions about the bedtime stories channel like I do, and any other questions for Jo, just start dropping them in, and I'll ask questions from the viewing community, as we do this wonderful interview. I'm loving this collaboration. I am so loving this collaboration. And so, y'all, if you're not familiar with Jo and Jo's sleep and slim down journey, well, you should be. You should be familiar with that. Oh, excuse me, friends. I popped up the wrong one. Give me just a moment here. Oh, that's Pound Cake Experts. Hold tight. Hold tight, friends. Okay,
of
Candy
course
K,
it is,
get
isn't
it
it?
together. Get it together,
Pancake
Candy K.
expressions there.
Get it together, Candy K. Oh, here's the right one. There we go. Joe's Sleeping Slim Down Journey. If you're not familiar with the channel, check in the chat for the link so that you can get right over there to that channel. And I promise you, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Candy K highly recommends it. We have a question coming in already. So tell us a little bit about the channel, if you would, Jo. Give us an introduction to Jo's sleep and slim down journey. Give us an introduction to that. And then we have this question about GLP-1s.
Well, I'm going to get all serious again now, Candy K.
Okay.
Um, I saw this weekend. I babysat my 7-year-old niece Isla and my 2-year-old nephew Cairo, and it's the first time I've been able to babysit any of them in their whole lifetimes.
Wow.
And when and we was all round at my mum's. My mum had gone out with Richard, her partner. They've been together 30 years. But we, so they'd gone out.
Wow.
But Lewis and Tanya, the children's parents, they were going out. So they were going to be staying at my mum's. So I said, well, I'll come up and babysit from my mum's house. Anyway, my mum came back home at about 11:30. And she says, do you want to go? Because I'm happy to stay. And I went, no, Mum, I'm babysitting. I'm babysitting. And I went, Mum, I'm babysitting. She went, I know. She goes, we never thought you'd be here. She said, we thought you'd be in a box. Because I know. And as I say, I was babysitting. And the point was that before April the 3rd, I was so very unwell. I'd been unwell for nearly 5 years. I'd been housebound for 5 years, since I came unwell in 2020. And I got so badly unwell that on April the 3rd, I would be going to bed and thinking I would not wake up. But on April the 4th was when I got Colin the CPAP machine. And also I'd got my first dose of the GLP-1. I'm on Mounjaro. So I got sleeping better because I was stopping breathing every 45 seconds with severe sleep apnea, and my heart would stop beating for up to 4 seconds. So that was it was serious. I wasn't going to be making it, but luckily my friend he'd also been struggling with his sleep, and he'd started doing the CPAP, the Mounjaro, because he said it was helping him to sleep better. So that was why I bought it, thinking because I just need to sleep better. And then look, I got the both of them. So I've been on Mounjaro since the 4th of April of 2025.
Wow.
And I think I think I'm literally a couple of pound away from £100 loss.
Wow.
I
Wow.
know. I
Well,
know.
congratulations on your loss, sister friend. Congratulations. As you know, I'm on a weight loss journey as well, but this conversation is all about Jo from Jo's Sleep and Slim Down journey.
It
So
is, but
now,
can I just say, although it is about me, if you guys have not already watched Candy K's cruising, the videos that she did from her cruise, you have to. There is a dress that Candy K is in. She looks like Beyonce's younger sister.
okay,
She looks
okay.
like Beyonce's younger sister, right there, ready to go. And you told me you've worn that dress in Vegas. You look like you were headlining in Vegas in that dress. It was stunning. You look incredible, Candy K. You look incredible.
Well, thank you, sister friend. And I'll tell you that dress has a story. That dress has some miles on it. Okay, I wore that dress following when the world was shut down during COVID, and I wore that dress to Vegas. I wore it in Vegas when I went to the John Legend concert in Vegas, and
Oh,
it was my
wow.
first trip after we were able to travel again throughout the world, and me and my sister and another friend, we all met up in Vegas to see John Legend. And
Oh, wow.
that dress has some miles on it. I'm just, it's got some
Yeah.
miles and it's got some stories on it. But thank you, friend, and thank you, friend, and thank you for being everyone for being locked into the content. So now we understand better, Jo, about the title of this channel, Jo's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. You are on a
Yes.
weight loss journey. You have chosen to utilize GLP-1s, and I love that about you. I love that about the GLP-1 community, that there is no shame, there is no
None.
condemnation in taking drastic measures for better health. Um, there is no shame in that. And I love that about you and about your channel. And congratulations on, we're just going to go ahead and claim it, on the 100-pound weight loss.
Oh, I'm not there yet. I don't know how many pounds
Well, we're
because
speaking it into existence. We're speaking it, we're putting it out there in the atmosphere. We're manifesting that thing for you today. We're manifesting it for you. Yes, Jo, absolutely.
and the thing is
Jo,
as well that
go ahead.
the sleep part is the most important part of my journey. The sleep and the bringing me back to good health, because the other thing is that since I was unwell, it turns out that I've likely got primary hyperaldosteronism, which is affected, started with my kidneys. I've got chronic kidney disease. I've got fatty liver disease. I've got something, whether it's COPD or asthma, something wrong with my lungs, the severe sleep apnea, and now a problem with my heart. But we're so close to getting the diagnosis. But the whole point of it is the fact that I'm on this journey to wellness. And if you saw my very first episode of Jo's Sleep and Slim Down Journey, you would not recognize me. I am unrecognizable. And because of the amount of energy that I've now got, because I'm able to sleep and I'm getting my health back. My health is my priority.
And I'm so glad. And in case you didn't know it, the Lord says, you shall live and not die. You shall live and not die. And you are here for a reason in these YouTube streets, and you are here in this world for a reason. And sister friend, live. You are helping so many folks who are also on a weight loss journey. I have my own weight loss journey, and that is how I met you, because I was looking for channels for women who show up in this world in ways like me, as a woman of color, as a Black woman. And I'm just super excited to know you. I want the world to know you. And that is why I wanted to interview you today. And sleep apnea is very much tied to weight gain.
Yes.
And again, you talked about using a CPAP machine. Where are you with? Because I often, as I'm binge watching your content, I I have my notification bell set to all on this second channel, which is the first channel, by the way. But tell us where you are with your CPAP life, because that's a journey. That's a
It
journey.
is
It
a journey.
evolves as your weight goes down. Tell us a little bit about that.
Great question. When I did, and the problem with the NHS in the UK is that it takes so long to be seen because the waiting lists are just ridiculously long and there's not enough specialists. So in Nottinghamshire, which is, I think there's 350,000 people in Nottinghamshire, there's only one sleep consultant.
Oh, wow.
So it took 7 months for me to see that person for the results. So I did the test back in September, but didn't get the results until April the 4th. But one thing he said, he played the recording from my sleep study, which was frightening. It was really frightening to hear. And I think on my YouTube channel as well, I'd also recorded myself when it was getting worse. So when I recorded myself, I was stopping breathing every 20 seconds. But hearing it was awful. So just knowing that you're living with something that is making you very unwell, the
Mm-hmm.
weight gain, the cortisol's just racing through you, the inflammation was out of control. And I do low carbs and eat one meal a day to try and control
Oh,
the inflammation. But it was even worse than that. It was still coming hard. So that's why the Mounjaro has been really good at helping control the inflammation as well as the sleep, reducing the cortisol. But now, the thing that the consultant said to me was, "You're going to need a CPAP machine.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's a horrible thing to have to sleep with." He says, "But if you were a deep sea diver or if you fell off a boat in the middle of the sea, you're going to clutch onto that scuba mask or whatever it is that they put on you for the oxygen."
Yes.
Because that's what you have to think about when you're doing the sleep with the CPAP machine to control your sleep apnea, because sleep apnea is killing you. It kills so many people. And this CPAP machine is the same as having that oxygen tank in the sea. So he said it's going to be really uncomfortable, but you've just got to work with it. And the moment he said that, I'm like, right, well, I want to live. I want
Yes.
to live. I've heard how awful it is.
You are living. You are living. You are thriving. You are thriving.
Now. And even this morning, I woke up because I saw Cairo and Isla on Saturday. I was expecting to be really, really exhausted. Well, on Sunday, I slept all day because I didn't get home until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Um, so I slept all day on Sunday, but even today I looked at the CPAP machine, Colin, and I was 9.5 hours sleep last night. But
Oh,
that's
wow. So
nine
you went to having how many hours of sleep would you get before your CPAP machine? Would you say?
well, I would. This is terrible for me to admit, but I was struggling to stay awake. So I would be on the low falling asleep. I'd be trying to get up the stairs and fall asleep halfway through. I'd fall asleep as I'm cooking my evening meal.
Wow.
And I was constantly falling asleep and then waking back up because I was not getting a proper sleep. So
Yes.
now I'm getting 9.5 hours of uninterrupted
Wow.
sleep. And that's why my energy levels are so high again. And we laugh. I think we were talking about being Winnie the Pooh characters. For the behind the scenes crew, we were talking about being Winnie the Pooh characters, and I'm definitely Tigger. But I was
Yes,
naturally Tigger before. But if you saw me on April the 3rd, Tigger was nowhere in the building. Tigger, long gone. But now he's back.
friends, this is the point. This is what you get. Look at all of this big hair and big energy to go with it. It's our good friend from across the pond. It is Joe's Sleep and Slim Down. Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey is our special guest for this edition of Coffee and Conversations. And we're both sipping on water because we're both on a health journey. We're both on a weight loss journey. Joe is using GLP-1s, Mounjaro, and Candy K is hoping to now be a part of the GLP-1 community. I'm going through all of the things, including a sleep study. So thanks to you
Yes,
all, I realized right away, and it kind of affirmed everything that I'm learning in the GLP-1 community to then go to my doctor and then working with the insurance company. How are we going to make this affordable for Candy K?
yes.
So that I can, right now, I'm working with a registered dietitian. And I have seen some weight loss, but I want to be I want 100-pound weight loss. I don't. I want. First of all, I want better health. Candy K
Yes,
turned 50 in October. And one thing I know for sure is I want to do more. I want to travel more. And I have vowed at 50, as women of a particular age, Joe,
yes.
I have really leaned into I'm only going to do the things that I love.
I love that. We don't need to put up with any nonsense anymore. We've got to that age where nonsense is not on our list anymore.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, Joe. Ain't nobody got time for the nonsense, for the shenanigans. Friends, if you have any questions for our guest from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down, and she's got a fabulous second channel. It's a kids channel. So check both of the channels out. Candy K gives the coveted 10 out of 10. I am subscribed to both of the channels, and I encourage you to do the same. Joe, we are too old, seasoned, if you will. We are too seasoned and too wise for the foolishness. For the foolishness. So that's why I want to do more. I want to travel more. I want to go
Yes,
see my friend Joe. I want I
yes.
want I want I want to pull up. I want to meet up with you, Joe. There's talk of a
On a
cruise.
cruise, on a cruise.
Tell us your thoughts on that, or is it too soon? Will you give us more information? What are you just talking about that with your community? Because I'm inviting myself. I'm in. Look,
Of course,
I,
you're
I'm
invited.
inviting myself.
Get that dress out. That dress needs to come to the cruise, but we've not got
Done,
anything planned yet. But the plan is that because I'm still at the moment, I'm still on Sir Michael. Hold
Sir
on, here he is.
Michael. Introduce the family to Sir Michael.
This is Sir Michael Kane, and I use Sir Michael to walk. Before April the 4th, I was expecting to be in a wheelchair. Certainly not a wheelchair, sorry, one of those motorized scooters, because I couldn't walk on. I was so heavy. I was 351 pounds, but I was walking on feet that got swollen toes with Raynaud's, and my fingers were so swollen as well. So I was struggling to do everything. I've still not got the grip yet in my fingers, although the inflammation's gone right down. And the inflammation still makes me a little bit wobbly on my feet. That's why I use the cane. But I'm using a cane. But what I'm hoping is that once I get the all clear from about my heart, there needs to be something done because I've got left ventricular hypertrophy. Is that how you say it? Which is just because of the damage that's been going on with having this problem for so long.
Yeah.
But if I get the all clear that there's nothing else that I need to worry about, then I'm going to be working again. And when I'm working again, I'm going to be earning money again.
Yes.
And then even if I have to go on the cruise with Sir Michael, I will do. But we've got plans of going to Italy, to go to Rome. And JC Calamity Jane tells us there's some hills that we need to walk up. So Candy K, we need to be hill ready.
Kenny K is ready. Kenny K is ready. You just let me know. Kenny K has passports ready to go. Passport ready to go. You just let Kenny K know. I can't wait. I can't wait to connect with you. And I just think I'm following the light. And if you've got a light around you, if you've got a good aura around you, as you can clearly see, y'all, Jo, she's coming straight off the page, straight off their device. She's bigger than life. It gets better, y'all. It gets better. Jo gets better. And as Jo continues to reach her weight loss and her health goals, we're on the road to better health more than anything, because better physical health means more clarity, more focus,
Yes.
a more positive outlook on life. I love all of those things for you. Go ahead, Jo.
Even if we take it to the dollars and cents of it all, better health means a greater economy, because we could be working longer because we've got longevity. So we'll be working longer, we'll be spending longer, we'll be doing our leisure activities longer. So it helps the world. And especially in the UK, we have such a large bill for social care because people are unwell with things that, as you say, I was unwell. I was not expecting to make it.
Yeah.
But I've not been working since November of last year. So that's a bill on the state, isn't it? The moment I'm getting well again, and I'm so ready. I'm so ready to go out working again soon. But then it's be contributing to society again, spending money, putting back into the community, sending super chats. I want to send super chats to everyone. I want to do, but at the moment I can't. And it's just like, well, I will. I really want to get in because we've got some fantastic channels, and we're growing. What's that word that you use? The cross pollination,
Cross pollination, where our communities connect with each other and you get to learn about great new channels. That's the goal of every episode of Coffee and Conversation. And that's the goal, frankly, for Shop Talk, where I stream 3 live streamed Q&As for YouTube content creators every week.
And your Shop Talks. Seriously, if anyone in here is a content creator and who hasn't been watching Shop Talks, you need to go and check out the playlist, because it's a wealth of fabulous information. Some really good information. As Candy Case mentioned earlier on, we've both got monetized now. And although I'm monetized, I'm not earning a great deal of money. Super chats and super thanks are wonderful, and I thank you sincerely for them. But as
because there's so many things to purchase to continue to refine our channels. But friends, we're gonna save all the content creator we're gonna save all of those pro tips, talking about monetization process, talking about starting a new channel in a new niche. We're gonna save all of that for our last segment of this interview. So make sure that you stay tuned in, make sure that you stay locked in to this great episode of Coffee and Conversations. So tell us
Can I just finish that point? Just because
I'm so sorry. Go for it.
No. The point was, I absolutely love super chats and super thanks, but they don't, as you say, they don't. What's the phrase I'm looking for? It's wonderful when they come, but we should never expect them. We should never be living our YouTube content creator life expecting content, super chats, memberships, and things like that. No. So we've got to do the things that we're going to talk about in the content section.
Yes.
But yes, as I say, absolutely, I love everything that anyone who feels that they're wanting to send anything, that is really, really appreciated. But it's not expected. That's the point I was wanting to make.
Do you see how gracious she is? She is so humble, so gracious. this is why I vibe with this sister friend away from YouTube. She is my
Yes,
friend. She
yes.
is my
You were on the
friend.
cruise.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, and am I right? You're on behind the scenes on Saturday.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was super, first of all, totally unexpected when I was contacted by D Boss Way, by Harjarina Net. And I'm like, though that panel is a coveted panel to be a part of in these YouTube streets. These are GLP-1 part women in the GLP-1 community, and frankly, it's a community of humans, kind and
Yes.
wonderful humans who have similar are on similar weight loss journeys. And I can't wait for Saturday. I am so looking forward
Mm,
to being able to grace that big stage. That's a big stage, even
yes.
for Kindy K. And I'm super excited and I'm looking forward to it. And because
And with
y'all,
low
I know
carb
that
queen,
your space is safe as well.
yes, it's an entirely safe space. We don't have any nonsense because it's such a it's such a positive but also authentic space. There is no fakery involved. And I think that's really good as well with so many of the channels that we see. We continue to watch because of the authenticism, isn't it? Authenticism. Have I said that phrase properly?
Authenticity.
That's the one that we're looking for. The realness. The realness. So we're real, but we're real with positivity. And it's a great place to be. And now move to Saturdays.
Yes, I love the move to Saturdays because I was watching previously on Mondays, and Mondays are just busy for me. It's part of my work week, and you all came on early-ish in my area on Mondays, early in the evening. It was early evening, so I was just kind of trying to finish up the work day, and often couldn't chat and interact through the chat. And y'all, as y'all know,
Yes.
Kitty Cake can talk
Yes, you
and
can.
even talk in those comments, baby. I love that. That's why I love YouTube. I love YouTube. And so
Yes.
now I am free to be me on Saturdays with behind the scenes. So join us this Saturday where I get to grace the stage
It's going to
with
be
these
wonderful.
lovely humans. Absolutely. And we want to thank friends. We want to thank, let me get this one up here.
Oh,
We want to thank Coffee No Cream for gifting 5 memberships to Kindy K's crew. Thank
that's
you, kind
wonderful.
human that you are. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships to Kindy K's crew. And friends, I'll share out the names of those folks who have snags scored a gifted memberships. The more you chat it up in the chat, the more time you spend on the channel, the more likely you are to score a gifted memberships. But thank you to the diva herself, Coffee No Cream, for gifting 5 memberships to Kindy K's crew.
That's
Do
beautiful.
you, what is there any advice you would give to someone who is thinking about GLP-1s to support their weight loss and their lifestyle journey?
I would always say for anyone wanting to go on a GLP-1, speak to your healthcare team. Make sure that they're aware of what it is that you're doing, why it is you're doing it, and how they can support you because they will support you. I know there's plenty of people out there who have to or would prefer to keep their GLP-1 use as a secret. And I can understand that completely. But with your healthcare team, try not to. And if your healthcare team, this is another thing that we've noticed as well in the GLP-1 streets. If you have somebody who is not necessarily on board with GLP-1s and they're your primary care physician, they still have to work with you for because that's what you want, and that's what the regulations, they're FDA approved, the NICE guidelines approved. It's completely approved. In fact, the World Health Organization, have just come out and confirmed that GLP-1s are perfect for obesity because obesity is a disease. It's a metabolic disease. It's got nothing to do with people having bad willpower, sorry, or that
Right.
they eat too much because they're they don't want to take care of themselves. None of that is true, and that's all the stigma that we've lived with for many years. So I would say that if you do a GLP-1, speak with your healthcare team, but then only keep it to yourself if you feel you can't speak to people about it. Because if it wasn't for Richard, my friend's husband, who told me that he's on it and he's finding his sleeping so much better, I wouldn't have known anything about it. I would not have been on YouTube looking for GLP-1s, because I always presumed that the press always say Ozempic is for the stars. So I thought a GLP-1 was not accessible for people like me. But if you can speak about it, and if you do get, many people get the results, and the results come from hard work. Now here's the thing, Candy K. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Such a thing called food noise.
Yes, share that. I learned about food noise from Joe and others in the GLP-1 community, which is, again, another safe space. If you're on a health journey, if you're considering using and adding GLP-1s to help you achieve your health goals.
Yes,
I learned about food noise. So share with us, what would you describe? And I love that you reminded folks, you've got to check in with your doctor. We are not health care providers in any way. We're just humans talking real talk about weight loss and getting healthier.
Yeah.
2025 and beyond. Because
that's
tell us about food noise. What is it?
The noise, I thought everyone had this. I thought everyone would be able to, would go into their kitchen, and maybe there's a pot of Ben & Jerry's in the freezer. And I thought everyone would go in and they'd know instantly that Ben & Jerry's is there. They'd hear it constantly. They'd come out of the kitchen because they had the willpower to come out of the kitchen, but they're still hearing that Ben & Jerry's calling them. They've eaten their salad because they're trying to do well, but that Ben & Jerry's is still calling, and they go to bed, they've eaten their meals, they're fine, but Ben & Jerry's is still calling them. And then sometimes you just wake up in the middle of the night and you grab that Ben & Jerry's, and you have the shame, you feel ashamed because you weren't able to stop listening to that voice, or you didn't have the willpower to resist. Well, no, obesity causes that noise. That noise is a trigger from the peptides or hormones. I can't remember which ones now, but it's something that's trying to make you eat food and retain it, because obesity is about trying to fortress yourself in and make it so that you don't need to go out looking for food. You don't even need to go out. Let's just stay in and eat. That's what obesity does to the body. So if you've, and Gemini Diva, she's saying it right there, food noise, it be loud.
It be loud.
It is screaming at you.
Yes.
And it turns out that not everybody has this. Yeah. So my sister, she put on some weight when she had her children, but then lost it again and has never had to worry about it.
Yes.
But I just need to look at a pot of Ben & Jerry's and I put on 7 pounds. Exactly. And that's what the obesity is. So with the GLP-1, the first thing it does is it shuts that noise off. So now you're on a level playing field with everyone else who is just starting a weight loss journey because they want to lose some weight. Because we were always being put 2 steps behind because we had that noise constantly telling us we need to eat. And it was never telling us to eat broccoli. That noise is never telling you to eat courgettes, yogurt. It's always the stuff that is high carb, the dopamine hits of it all. And it's a real thing that they're doing more and more studies about the way the GLP-1 is releasing people's, so that they've got more focus and clarity in the mind because they're not thinking about food all day and night. It's wonderful. Has Lord Grant received a YouTube membership?
Yes, I thank you, Grant Campbell, who is a member of Joe's community and her channel community, and has now just become a member of Kendi K's crew. So welcome to Grant Campbell. And we also, I'll pop that up again. If you see your name here, these folks are now members of Kendi K's crew, thanks to the kind human that she is. Coffee No Cream has gifted these 5 folks a membership for 30 days to Kendi K's crew. It's Bold for Life, Pitts Life, Belt Loop, Poetic Tears, and Crazy Kid 949.
Wonderful.
Thank you again, Coffee No Cream, for gifting 5 memberships. The food noise is real and it is loud, and it really is tied to the carbs. And so when you talk about studies, one thing that I would share is if you are like me and you're having to navigate through the insurance game, trying to get your insurance to pay for me to begin using the GLP-1s, I'm trying to keep my costs low as possible. I'm just being honest and transparent about it. And so if I can get my insurance to pay for it, because right now it is for the purpose of weight loss, my insurance does not cover GLP-1s, but they do for sleep apnea. So keep that in mind. I learned all of these things in the GLP-1 community and confirmed by my primary care doctor. But also, y'all look into clinical trials in your community. Okay. Check out clinical trials because there are so many clinical trials being conducted right now related to the use of GLP-1s. So,
Brilliant shout.
typically in a clinical trial, you're going to get the medications for free, and they might even give you some money in the process for sharing your opinions, sharing your data, your starting weight, your maybe food diaries, things about like that. So trials, yeah, that's all I know about it, and that's all I'm going to share about it. But check them out because that might be a way for you to begin to add GLP-1s if that's something that you were thinking about. So yeah, the food noise is loud, and it's always carbs for me. It's always
Yes.
the crackers, the breads,
Yes.
the pastas, the potatoes, the rice. It's the carbs that give me the loudest food noise.
And I think as well, one of the things that I always talk about, this is something that my rheumatologist explained, is that if you've got this brown mark that's growing around your neck, if you've got that underneath your armpits or behind your knees, and if you've also got skin tags that are forming in those places, that means that you've got high insulin in your body and you're no longer sensitive to insulin.
Or
And
insulin resistance. Yes,
that's the
yes.
phrase, isn't it?
Oh,
And
oh, oh, wait a minute, y'all. This thing just got raw and real. Joe, thank you. Thank you.
no, that's
For,
because that's something that my doctor told me. And then that's why the GLP-1 is great for people who are pre-diabetic, because the first thing it does is it helps reduce the amount of it helps the pancreas, it helps the body to reduce the amount of blood sugar
uh-huh.
because of it, the way it's responding to insulin. So it's helping the body become more insulin sensitive rather than insulin resistant. And that's because one of the things it does is it slows down the food going through your system. So many people, this is all authenticity now. Many people who start a GLP-1 will notice that they get some gastrointestinal issues.
Mm.
The reality of that is because your body is slowing it down. It's not stopping it. If you get on really high doses really quickly, which you shouldn't do, but if you do that, then it will stop it. And then that's where lots of people were getting problems. But mainly it's just slowing it down. So if you were to visit the toilet once a day, maybe now you're visiting the toilet once every 3 days. You've just got to make sure that
Oh.
you're ready for that, because you need to make sure you stay hydrated and you're making sure that your body is aware of it rather than they're straining. I know I'm too much information there, but you know what I mean.
TMI.
You do
But
not
I
want to.
think we need it, Joe. I think
Yes.
it's needed. And again, that is why I'm super locked in to Joe's live streams for Joe's Sleep and Slim Down journey, because that's the kind of raw and the real conversations.
Yes.
I
We're
Some
going to
folks
talk
talk
deep.
about I gained my weight in high school or I gained my weight in college. Kitty K was always a beautiful. Now she was cute. Now Kitty K was always cute with these
Yes.
dimples, even as a little girl, like as a younger Kitty K. But I've
Oh
always been
my goodness.
heavy. I've always been heavy. It's nature. It's nurture.
Yeah.
I think I know in my family we soothe with food, and you know, it was dinner time and my mom always fixed a fresh pitcher of red Kool-Aid.
Ah,
Yes,
yes,
full
yes.
of sugar, full of sugar, right?
Yeah. But
And
and it was a treat, wasn't it? It was something you looked
it was a
forward
treat.
to.
It was a treat. It was a treat. But we've got to move away from that, because it's to our detriment. And I love the fact now, Joe, that when I try to drink something sugary, right? Sugar laden with calories and juices, even quote no sugar added juices, all of that natural sugar from the fruit
Yes,
itself. When I try to drink Kool-Aid or something like that, a punch, it's just too sweet for me. And
yes.
that's how I know that I am making good choices for my health. And I'm just so glad that I can just connect through the live streams. And I love your live streams. Your live streams, y'all, they are a hoot. First of all, you're going to get a lot of health content. You're going to get a lot of fresh questions and things to jot down and talk to your doctor, your dietitian about, your nutritionist, your medical provider about. And then you're going to get a whole lot of shenanigans. You're going to get a whole lot of laughter content. You're going to see Miss Mary. You'll be able to buy Miss Mary cat treats, all of those things. There's
Oh,
Miss Mary. Y'all you just
send us
saw
them
Miss
with a
Mary
hashtag.
again. Okay, we're going to roll into some fun facts, okay? Are you ready for these, Joe?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, we're going to roll into some fun facts, and then we're going to move into the more softer side and personal side of Joe. Okay, so here's the fun facts. I don't want you to think this is our rapid fire round, and it's fun. It's fun. So enjoy. Favorite color?
Red.
Okay, Joe, you hesitated on that. Okay, but red is my favorite color too. Yellow is my signature color, but red
Yes.
is my favorite color too. So hence we
And but
both
I love
have on.
blue hair as well. I love blue, but red. But
What?
yes, you're right.
Speaking of
Those
blue
three.
hair, I did you say blue hair?
Yes, I'm going to go back to blue hair.
Okay, because where I saw a blue number that you were rod setting. Are we gonna see that?
Yes, we are.
Okay,
Yes, we
okay,
are.
okay,
My sister is a fan of Liverpool Football Club, so I've
okay,
seen Leon here in the chat. He knows Liverpool are red.
okay.
Liverpool's the other team in Liverpool is Everton, and they're blue. And my sister's unwell at the moment. She's just had a knee operation, and she says that she's not letting me in her house if I've got Everton blue hair.
Okay. Well, sister, shout out to you. I've had a total knee replacement, so
Oh,
on the left side, and so shout out to you and push yourself, challenge yourself, and
I'm going to ask you a question
scream,
about that one
cry.
as well in a bit.
I'm
I was
sorry,
going
Joe.
to ask you, how long did it take you to recover? Because
I
she's
did.
getting
I
so
did
easy.
15 intense weeks of
15
physical
weeks.
therapy, 2 and then 3 times a week. And the only thing I regret about my total knee replacement is not doing it sooner.
Right.
Friends, friends,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a special episode, and it's going to be a couple of episodes with my sister. My sister has had, well, y'all, she's really had 3 total knee replacements.
Wow.
And she is 51 and I am 50, and I had a total knee replacement in my late 40s. I have to count it up now, but I'm so Again, the only thing I regret is not doing it sooner. So we're going to talk about total knee replacements
Yes.
as women, as Black women, and as fat women having a total joint replacement. The process is different. I will tell you that.
Imagine, oh my. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I'm definitely signing up for that one then, and I'll let my sister know it's coming.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So here, birth month,
Sorry,
birth month,
July.
coffee or tea?
Tea, but it's going to be cold.
Oh,
I only drink peppermint tea or ginger tea if I'm unwell.
I love peppermint tea, by the way. Yes. My favorite is a tangerine tea from Yogi Teas.
Oh,
I'll have to send you some, friend. I'll have to send you some to try.
I'm keeping an eye out for that.
And then
Tangerine.
and then you'll have to tell me if you make it cold, if it,
If it's still
how it
blowing my
tastes, if
mind.
you like it. I might know the answer to this, but let's see. Early bird or night owl?
I used to be an early bird. I think when I get my health back, I'm going to be a early bird. But at the moment, I struggle to get out of bed until about 11 o'clock at the morning. And then it's only when I'm watching people like Traces of Twan's Life who are doing their workouts.
Okay, okay. I've seen Twan in that outfit, baby. I've seen her in that outfit.
She's
Yes,
looking
ma'am.
fabulous.
Yes, yes. Congratulations to all of those who are on health journeys. Low Carb
Yes.
Queen comes to mind. I love her
Yes.
workouts. And we've got this fabulous the Zumba challenge happening. Are you participating, Joe, in the
I'm
Zumba challenge?
participating, but I'm not doing it on screen.
Okay.
And I'm definitely doing the chair modified version. So I've got them always here. At the moment, I think I did 10 minutes yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I've still got to do today's, but I'm not at 50 minutes yet. You know,
The
JC Clemcy Jane did 2 tutorials on Monday.
I was in the evening
Was
one,
you in
and it
that
was
one?
fabulous. It was fabulous. It was a great way to connect with community. You also check out JC Calamity Jane and
Yes,
check out Stealth Health India, two of our friends in these YouTube streets, and love both of them. What a great collaboration. The Boss Way is included. Y'all, you're included too. All you have to do is get up and get moving. Do it
yes.
however in December, friends, we are getting up and we are getting moving, and we just do more in December. We're not waiting on January. We're not waiting on
Exactly.
January. We are starting now. We are do more movement than you did yesterday. That's my personal goal for myself. Is
Yes.
check my smartwatch and it's on the charger, but check my smartwatch and try to get in more steps and more of those that high energy zone. I can't think of what it's called, but on my Fitbit, where it tells me if I'm in my target heart zone. I love to try to increase those minutes as well. Y'all,
I
y'all see
think
Miss
as
Mary in
well,
the back.
I think as well though, for me, when I first started and I wasn't able to walk, so I couldn't do my walking and things like that. Any kind of movement, just a little bit more than what you did the day before. So, as you say, I think one of the big things that I did was I was able to get up and down on the settee without using my hands. I used to have to get down on my knees, and it used to be like a 7 minute thing to get me to stand up,
Yeah.
and then I wasn't really standing because I was struggling to stand. But now I could do dip and fallbacks on the settee. I love it.
Look at those non-scale victories. Love it. Love it. Love your non-scale victories. That's what we talk about. That's what Joe
Yes,
talks about on her channel. And frankly, I talk about them on my channel.
yes,
I it you are making it easier for me to be honest about what it's like to embody and showing up in the world as a plus size woman.
yes,
And I love that for you. I love that for us. I love that
yes.
for friends, humans, and I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about for humans who show up in the world in larger bodies. And we deal with a lot. We deal with a level of discrimination. We deal with a lot. We deal with fat shaming, all of the things, all of
Yeah.
the things. And but one thing about it though, we're beautiful at it.
Exactly. What's the phrase that we keep using in the community? Allow yourself some grace.
Yes.
If you're not in the body that you want to be in, that doesn't mean you don't like the body that you're currently in, because
Right.
the body that you're currently in is still magnificent.
Magnificent. I love that. That's a great word. Hashtag magnificent. So did we, I don't know if where I left off, early bird or night owl, and you said
Early bird is my usual natural state.
okay. And Steph Health says that she's a night owl.
This
I'm an
woman is
early
a
bird
night
too.
owl.
I'm at my best at 5 a.m., but that's not a public 5 a.m.
No.
Every once in a while, Kitty K, you'll find Kitty K live now. Every once in a while at 5 a.m. But and dancing and dancing.
And
Um,
dancing.
it was so funny, Joe. I have to tell you this. When I did that live stream, I thought I was really moving at 50 because I wanted to share Harjarine Annette's great theme songs that she
Yes.
created with me. They're up tempo. I think that's why I love them so much.
So brilliant.
And I thought I was really moving and grooving. And then when I watched the replay, I had talk about getting up and down on the couch. I fell on the floor laughing at myself because it was like I was dancing in slow motion. I was like, oh my, I was profusely sweating as I was trying to dance on camera, which is new for me, y'all. I'm new to all of these things, right? But I'm sweating profusely and having a hot flash at one moment.
Oh, bless your heart.
But I thought I was really getting down, and it looked like I was moving in slow motion. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Okay. Couple more questions. What do you snack on now? What's your go-to snack?
I don't have one, because now I do one meal a day, and it sounds incredible, but I will eat 1,400 to 1,500 calories a day in one meal, and that meal is very, very protein based. So today, for example, I just before we came on live,
Okay.
I cooked a 6 pound chicken, roasted it, and I had the two legs. Miss Mary had the breast. I don't like the breast meat. It's
Too
not
dry.
enough juice on. Too
I
dry.
like that thigh. I like that thigh.
That thigh meat, and
That thigh.
even the chicken wings. So Miss Mary had the breast meat. I had the chicken thigh, the legs, together with a green pepper and a small tomato, and that's how I eat. I love it. But because I eat like that, I don't feel the hunger. And as I say, that could be because of the GLP-1. But to be honest, I've been living one meal a day since 2023, when I saw the rheumatologist about all the issues, and she told me about the insulin resistance.
Yes, that is a sure sign of insulin resistance. And y'all at 50, I had that appointment at 49 to the dermatologist where they removed some what they call skin tags.
Yeah.
And I had some skin tags removed, and that was an experience. Like, who knew that you could do all of these things as women, as humans of a particular age? Yes.
We did not know what
Friends
was
are chatting up with Candy K and with Joe from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. Okay, I got a couple more because I want to know the answer to these, friends, and I want friends to get to know you. I want the friends to love you and enjoy you as much as I do, friends. So here are the last couple. And then we're going to dive deep into the softer side of Joe, the one away from YouTube. Okay, so dream vacation destination.
Oh, it's going to be somewhere with mountains, valleys, lakes, but also near a sea. So it's not a sun worshipping one. I tell you
You
where I would
mentioned
love to go.
Italy.
Yes, I want to go to Italy. And you see, this is what I'm loving. I can see Himani. She is answering these. She knows me too well. She
Yes,
should
she
be my
does. Yes,
she
she
should be
does.
my Mrs. and Mrs.
Yes, yes. Love it.
But yes, Switzerland would be perfect for me, or even Alaska, because it doesn't have to be hot. I'd rather not be hot.
So I had planned to cruise to Alaska and then life, yes. And I moved the cruise and then still never got back to Alaska. So Alaska is on my bucket list as well. So
We're going to Alaska.
Alaska it is. Alaska it is. You just let me know, friends, because that's what I vow to do at 50 and beyond is whatever I want.
Yes.
Whatever. I work hard. I work a full-time job. I have a full-time career and I play hard in these YouTube streets and I want to play harder in my travel life. My passport is ready to go. Just let me know.
And I love your travel content, so bring it on.
Thank
I
you,
am signing up
Chris.
for Alaska with you.
We've got other folks who are chiming in. They say, count me in. Doses of Shawnee says, I've been waiting to cruise to Alaska as well. They say it's a different kind of cruising, though. They really do say it's a different type of cruising than, let's say, a cruise to the Caribbean or somewhere or Mexico. It's a
We've got to
different.
get we've got to have a word with Vicky from Foodie's Vacation. She's a
Yes.
travel agent, and she said she will sort out whatever cruise that we want. So it looks like I've got two on the go now. One for Alaska,
Yes.
one for Italy and Greece.
Yes, and then y'all might can meet you. Perhaps you can meet Kendi K's mommy because Kendi K's mommy she likes to cruise too, and she gets vacations too, and we can do that too.
Definitely, we need to
Yeah,
meet
but
Miss.
she wants to do Alaska too. Alaska's on a lot of folks' bucket lists. Yeah,
It's so beautiful.
yes.
We did meet Mummy Candy K, didn't we? Was it for your? It wasn't Thanksgiving. What was it? There was a big.
No, she just came to visit in the early fall, and I think it was early
Yes,
August. She just came for a visit, as she does. She just pops around to all of her children's homes, and we all try to keep her forever and ever.
I was
And
going to say
she's like, no, I'm just here for a visit. So yeah,
she's wonderful. Your
yeah,
mum
she
is
was with me for a couple
wonderful.
weeks. Yeah, thank you. I love her. I love me some her. I love her. Okay. So as we transition, if you could have a sit down with any celebrity, who would that be?
I'm going to say Barack Obama.
Yes.
I think
But can I add this caveat?
yes.
Okay. Yes to Barack Obama, but he better bring Michelle
Yeah, for sure.
because that man,
And his dancing feet.
that man, he takes me out. That man is beyond. And that walk, baby, he has me at the
Yes,
walk. That walk,
he has that
and then he's got
strut.
that voice and that brain, that brilliance to go with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
am
bring
a
your
huge
wife.
Barack Obama.
Bring your wife. And
Please bring your
do
wife.
you have a brother? I need to meet your brother. If you have a brother.
And if you're not going to bring your brother, bring Idris Elba.
Yeah, that part.
Loving us some
Yes.
big dress.
Yes, we have folks are cutting it up. Y'all, this is what we do. This is what we do. If you like these type of live streams, join Kendi K all day, but certainly join our guest, Jo. This is Jo from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. And now she's got a children's channel with bedtime stories. Y'all check out both of those. Look for the link at the pin to the top of my description box. Doesn't matter how you're joining us. We've got both welcome mats open. And y'all, join us for the shenanigans. Y'all, we're moving and grooving right on through this thing. Don't forget to join us. Stay all the way to the end because we have a special bonus segment for content creators. But
Can I just say as well,
go ahead.
I've got Candy K's channel pinned to the live chat on my channel. So
Thank you.
please subscribe to Candy K. She's just wonderful. But also, as you say, the shop talk, the coffee and conversations, the vlogs, the soups, the 7-Up pound cake.
Hey.
Pound cake. It's all got to be seen to be believed.
And I forgot to put it in our visuals as I was pulling together visuals for today, but I want to do a special tribute to you. Thank you for my crochet picture that features me and my 7 Up pound cake. Maybe I'll be able to pull it up as we're talking as we finish the interview. But otherwise, y'all, you need to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you and set your notifications to all, because I'll do a community post and I'm going to put that in the community post.
Oh,
So that
definitely.
friends, if you have not seen it, and I don't know where you've been if you haven't seen it, because I've been showing it all the time, because it is like, do you know that that is one of the most thoughtful gifts anyone has ever given me? It
Oh,
was
stop
so
it.
thoughtful. The intention behind it, I felt it. I felt it. It was real. And it's, you might think someone understands you, but you know it when you see these beautiful crochet images that Joe puts together. And
And you know what as well? I think this is something that is off topic so slightly, but you know, while I'm not working, I find it really difficult because I'm a giver. I love
clearly,
giving. And
clearly
so
you are.
this is why those crochet knitted images, I do it with AI, but I'm doing it with you in mind. So as you say, I'm hoping that whenever you receive your knitted image of you, whoever it is, because I'm giving them out for people who are subscribers as well.
Yeah.
It's because I want you to see how I see you and what it is that I adore about you. And so I'm really, really pleased that you love it.
You are a jewel. You are a jewel. And so first of all, if you were a jewel, what jewel would you be?
I would be Ruby.
Hey, hey, yes. Self Help India Himani says the knitted postcards are in fact amazing, and I would fully agree. And yes, Himani says that she's seen my knitted postcard featuring my little pound cake. I love it.
That little
And
pound
I
cake.
even have a dimple on it, and I love.
She's got your dimples.
Can I tell you, completely unexpected, but oh my gosh, it warmed my heart.
And it was so funny as well because when I was creating it, you had like 3 different hairstyles in 1 week. And I'm like, which one should I do?
Well, you got that one there was one of my favorites. That one was one of my favorites. And so if you know women, if you know women of color especially, we love to do different things with our hair.
Yes.
And I might be doing something really out of the box for Kindy K and Kindy K's hair. I've got some things in mind, and I'm praying for confirmation from the Lord, because it's going to be a game changer with my hair journey, because I'm on a hair journey too. So
Love it.
y'all stay tuned, stay close. And so we're just, this train just keeps on rolling. So Joe, we are moving into the next segment, and we're going to abbreviate it just a little bit so we can get to that bonus segment for content creators. But Joe, what does Joe do? This is a softer side of Joe, from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down journey. She's our special guest today for Coffee and Conversations. Joe, this is your up close and personal moment with Joe. Joe, what do you do when you're not busy managing now 2 YouTube channels that are frankly still in their infancy?
Yes.
Now you've got a toddler called Joe Sleep and Slim Down, but your newborn baby is Auntie Jo's bedtime stories.
I
What
love
do
that.
you do when you're not raising 2 YouTube channels?
Well, a great question. I, when I first started my YouTube channel, your Joe Sleep and Slim Down journey, and I was housebound. I was very unwell, as we know, and so I didn't have anything to talk about other than maybe how much weight I'd lost each week. So I was always watching everybody else's channels. So every time I would have the review, not the review, the weekly update, I'd
Uh-huh.
be talking about the things that I'd been watching and the people's channels that I was adoring, and link it into something that was happening in my week. So I think I still do that a lot as it is now. So I'm always trying to catch up with people's channels. There's a lot of people that follow me and there's a lot of people I follow. So now I think one thing that Tuan said that really helped us out was you don't feel like you have to watch everybody's every single video on their channel.
No.
And don't also think that you have to pretend that you've watched it by just going on there and putting something random on that has got nothing to do with the content, because
Yes.
that's not helping anyone.
Right.
If now we're getting our numbers, one thing that's good for us is the engagement. So
Yes.
if people can just watch one video, if you're putting out 5 videos, 6 videos a week, if they can watch one video, and it doesn't have to be a week, they could watch 4 videos one day, and that's the thing for the month.
Yes.
That
And I
helps.
agree. I agree. There needs to be a balance. And frankly,
Yes.
from a content creation perspective, and y'all stay tuned because we're gonna do that bonus footage at the end. Promise you. If you're putting out 5 and 6 long format videos a week, you're not being strategic about your time. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to work smarter, and you really need to tune in and lock in with Shop Talk, coming to you with 3
Yes.
live streamed episodes a week of content creators, YouTube content creators, 3 times a week, live streamed from Kendi K all day. So what do you do when you're not managing 2 babies, 2 channels? You are watching YouTube. Is there anything else that you do?
Well, now I'm trying to. Well, what I was doing was I was trying to get out more,
Okay.
because now I'm not housebound
Because
technically.
you were literally house bound.
I was literally housebound. I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk for more than 5 meters without needing to be holding something, and probably couldn't walk for about 10 meters without needing to sit down and catch my breath. But what I was finding was every time I was going out, then I'd end up getting a fibromyalgia flare up. And especially someone said it's because, here's Stash, it's because the cold really affects us with fibromyalgia. So I'm back in the house again. So what I'm
Okay.
trying to do as well is I'm trying to do more of my activity. So you'll see me on my vibration plate. You won't see me doing Zumba, and you won't see me doing wall sits and the hula hooping, but I'm trying to do those. You won't see me
Yes.
because it's chaotic. I look, especially. I think I have shown some people try as I'm trying to do the hula hoop, and it's frightening. So I don't want to show. I don't want to put that out there. Instead, I am doing things like the whether I'm on the vibration plate.
I
I'm
like how
trying.
you do the vibration plate. I've got my own vibration plate, and I do mines, but I have it in a corner, and I have my table nearby. So
Yes.
I thought about where I'm going to put that. So because I suffer with vertigo at times, especially when I'm not as
Oh,
hydrated as I need to be. So
right.
someone mentioned that through the chat to remind us to stay hydrated. We're
Yeah.
reminding you, if you're viewing this stream, what are you drinking? Make sure that you stay hydrated and watch all those additives and things that change color.
Oh,
Not
that's
too
a
much
good
on that.
one.
Not too much on that.
Yeah, oh, we're going to catch that on part 2 then. We're going to have a part 2, Kenny, because
You said it. You
we're
said it.
going to
I
have
was
to have a
already
part
thinking
2.
it, and you now confirmed it. It's done. It's done. We will do our check in with our good sister friend. It's Joe from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey.
And more of these gems, like as you say, if it changes colour, I want to know if it changes colour, what should we do?
Yes, yes. I saw something popped up, y'all. I'm sorry. I thought it was something good. It was some foolishness. Ain't nobody got time for that. And nobody's got time for the foolishness.
It's on my
Yes.
signal. Hold on, let me get rid.
Friends, okay, so as far as questions for this is the softer side of Joe from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. Tell us one hobby that viewers may not know about. What do you like to delve into?
Well, interestingly, as I've been getting my health back, I've been trying to get back to doing more of my hobbies. So we have seen me trying to style that blue wig. we've seen me now recently with the essential oils because I love aromatherapy. Oh
What's
my
your
God.
favorite? What's your favorite? Give me 2 or 3 favorite scents because there's too many. You have first of all, I've never seen that many essential oils belonging to one human. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Joe.
I
But
love
what are your favorites? What are your favorites? And tell. I love your video because you told us how they support your clarity and what they
yes.
bring into your space when you use them. So share your favorite scents and tell us a little bit about that.
Easily my favorite scent is frangipani, which is a floral note, a little bit like jasmine. Beautiful, beautiful, and that works lovely with bergamot. But my favorite, my workhorse, lavender, and that is brilliant for well-being. For days of shiny days, days of shiny
See,
days.
first of all, when I said essential oils scents, all of the folks coming in from your welcome mat, they're already telling me. So I'm putting them up. Go ahead, lavender. Go ahead.
Lavender is brilliant, and that is very, very good for helping you to, calm down, to sleep, to improve your sleep hygiene. And I've put together, I think on one of the shorts that I did last week, I put a blend that you can have, that you can either put in a diffuser or you can make it with a room spray if you use vodka in a brown bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
those two are my
I have a
absolute
lavender spray
favorites.
that's in my travel bag, and I can spray it on the pillows when I travel a lot for work and for play, and so
Yes.
it
And
just instantly calms me.
you mentioned a travel diffuser as well, weren't you? That's a
Yes.
brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm.
So as you say, that it does calm, but also you can get the sense like the tangerine. Those ones invigorate and
I didn't even
rose.
think about trying to look for tangerines since I like the tangerine.
Tangerine's
Mm,
incredible. Try that one,
yes.
especially in your diffuser. If you take that traveling, lavender for sleep, tangerine in the morning, or peppermint in the morning.
Yes, I have to show you. Oh, I hope I have it here. Oh, sorry to take all of this time.
No,
Sorry,
that's
but
okay.
see, I love essential oils too, but I'm not a connoisseur like Joe. But this is a floral elixir, but it's like a citrus scent.
Oh
And
yeah.
this is the hand cream, and this is by Provence, and
Oh,
this is an essential oil stick that I can put on my pressure points.
they are amazing,
Yes,
those ones.
yes,
They're really good.
absolutely.
And as you say, putting them on your pressure points. If you've got fibromyalgia, they are really good for that. So
Okay,
pick up things
okay.
like that. I love all the aromatherapy things. So I think I did the first episode last week. I think I'll be doing several more of those. And then the other big thing that I love, I'm not very good at it, but I love sewing. And now the inflammation's gone in my fingers. I've struggled with grip, but
Mhm.
dexterity is massively better now.
My
So
mom taught me to sew with a sewing machine. My mom, she's got gifted hands, just like Joe has
yes,
gifted hands. Joe has a brilliant mind for writing children's
right,
stories. Y'all
yeah,
check out Auntie Jo's bedtime stories. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
it is a huge vibe.
And she sews beautiful um using AI, beautiful crochet pictures, and you just got to see it. So I need you to pop over there and check out Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. Friends, okay, I'm going to ask one more question and then we're going to get into the content creation portion because I know.
Tracy DD said my knitting. This is a blanket I'm knitting for baby Harrison. He's arrived now. He's 3 weeks old.
I love the color. Oh my
Gorgeous, isn't
goodness.
it?
Gorgeous. We've got Shay coming in from your side. Shay says, hi, everybody. Hi, Shay. Welcome, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Coffee No Cream says citrus scents are my favorite. Imani says, oh, I love this candy K. I'm loving this. This has been just coffee and conversations with your sister friend. We, just sitting down, no pretense, no airs, just
No,
chilling, just
part
chatting
two's
it up.
coming now. Part two's coming.
Part to stay. Joe said it, and I'm affirming that. Yes, yes. Someone said that you're doing talisman stitches. Is that correct?
Oh no, Brooklyn, she does the talisman stitches. I've got to learn more about
Oh,
those.
she does talisman stitches.
Yes.
I didn't read that correctly. Okay,
But
okay.
Brooklyn's fabulous at she loves the yoga and the relaxation meditation. She's got a fantastic channel.
Okay, well let me pop that back up so everybody can connect with that channel. Look at Joe. Joe's just doing what she does, and that's who she is, friends. That's who she is. And now
I
that I'm
watch
looking
so
for it,
many channels that, and I only watch good channels. I won't continue watching a channel that I'm not engaging with. But yeah,
ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody time. The most precious thing that we have, friends, is our time, and
so
so
true.
that's what I'm bound to do at 50 and beyond. I just turned
Yeah,
50 in October, y'all. I'm still loving that I'm can I
50
believe that
and
I am 50?
fabulous.
And according to my life expectancy, I don't know that I want to be here at 100. So I'm going hard on loving life and 50 and beyond because,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
likely that I'm going to be here for another 50 years. So what you are going to see of me is Kendi K being all that she can be and being a better me. That's what I'm focusing on. Yeah. This is Kendi K with no coffee. Kendi K has not even had coffee yet today. Yet.
You didn't get your coffee this
Absolutely.
morning.
Not yet. Not yet, but I'm getting some right after because I want some. I deserve some, frankly, and I'll be thinking about this wonderful interview as we go into the bonus footage,
Bonus
which is
footage.
going to be us talking as content creators, and I'll roll that with the last question here. What makes you laugh instantly? Because I frankly love your laugh. The world loves your laugh. But what makes you laugh instantly? What brings you joy?
Oh my god, so many things bring me joy, but people bring me joy. I that's why I have so much fun on the lives. When I was doing the vlog purely because I was looking forward to going through the comments and having conversations and finding out about people and sharing what their wins are and what their non-scale victories are or what was going off in their life. Like so many people have been telling me and sharing holiday photos and things with me. I love that. I've got Christina in Australia who shares choir. She does choir videos. She goes everywhere around Australia doing with a choir,
Really?
and
Thank
she
you.
shares all of that with me, and I love it. And that's why I think I love the lives because I'm so excited that I'm going to be chatting with the people like the Mel B. I love chatting with people and having it in
Y'all,
real
that's a
time.
big one. That's a big content creator. The Mel B. Thank you for joining us for this lovely coffee and conversations with Kendi K all day. And this is my special guest, Joe, from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. And now, friends, on a second channel, it's Auntie Joe's
Yes.
Bedtime Stories. It's her children's channel content.
Yeah. And I try and it's been difficult because I'm trying to keep we know I'm Tigger the Tiger now, but I'm trying to keep that energy a little bit low because it's coming up to bedtime for them. So I've had to re-record the ending of several of my stories because I'm doing it with high
Them
energy.
down.
It's
Yes.
about bringing it down. Yes.
Yes, because children thrive on routines. They
Yes.
thrive on routines. So my recommendation is to make Auntie Joe's bedtime stories part of your child's, your family's nighttime routine.
I love it. And I will shout
And
out
and a bath. And a bath
my
is a
children.
good way to wind down as well.
Yes, because that music is especially created to be of a frequency. I can't remember the frequency now, but it's a frequency for calming and just grounding yourself again and getting ready to be in a mood for sleep. So it's certainly brilliant for sleep hygiene.
Yes.
Corey!
So, Steph Health India says we learn as we go in these YouTube streets. So, friends, if you have question about content creation or if you've got comments about content creators, we're going to use these last remaining minutes, friends. We're going to use this for the content creation bonus footage. And maybe that's where we'll start next time, is talking as content creators. For the follow-up, this is going to be a part 2 situation, friends. This is going to be, because I'll tell you this, Jo is my real life friends away from
Yes.
you.
Yes, we are.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
Can I
Yes.
say one thing about the content creation? I think
Go.
it's,
Yes, this is
I
you.
think it's really important that whatever it is that you're doing on your channel, it's something you love doing and you've got a passion for, because we all know, every one of us, and especially the content creator supporters like Grant Campbell, like the MLB, they know it's hard work. You have to really work at it. But if you're not enjoying it, don't do it anymore. There's not enough. There's not. I'd say if you're getting out of it, the community, the sharing, the learning, the joy, the wonderful people like Coach. Love me some Coach.
Don't
Um,
we all?
if you're getting to meet some fabulous people and loving it for that, your heart is going to be full. If you're trying to get on YouTube to make money, forget it. None of us are getting to Mr. Beast levels.
Right.
And I
Right.
think even with the hype, I think Ali was on it earlier on, Mounjaro with Ali. He was shown as the latest email he'd got from the hype. And it says for small content creators who've got less than 500,000 subs.
Yes. Yes, I did.
500,000
I
subs
did. I
for
did 2
small content
episodes of
creators.
Shop Talk about the hype program. And so YouTube actually considers a small creator anybody from 0 subs. Well, you have to upload some content. And guess
Yeah,
what? When you do, when you hit go and you upload your first content, somebody is going to watch. So that
yes,
makes it official. You are now officially a content creator. Up
yes.
to 500,000 subscribers is still a small creator according to YouTube.
So we
Yes,
can't go around thinking that we're going to be able to retire and we're going to be quids in, and that's a UK term, quids in, because we have the pound, don't we? But if that's the whole reason why you're thinking I'm going to start a YouTube channel, think again, because
yeah,
you're not going to get what energy you're putting into it, because you've got to put a lot of energy into it. So if you're doing something that you love, and I see so many content creators in here right now that do things that they love, and that's why
absolutely.
it also makes great watching. You want to watch somebody you can see is doing it for, because the joy of it,
And you
not
can
because,
tell. Can you not tell, Jo? It becomes painfully clear, and perhaps the creator doesn't know that, but it becomes painfully. It's painful to watch
yeah,
when folks are in it for the wrong reasons, meaning
yeah,
pursuing YouTube purely for the monetary aspect. And I will tell you, don't quit your day job, okay?
no,
You, and if you don't have one, probably better lean into getting one in this
that's it.
economy. You
I'm
probably better
starting
lean into
January.
getting something. We want to shout out this creator. I just saw this creator in the chat. It's someone that is so familiar to both of us. She's our sister friend as well in these YouTube streets. It's none other than Mrs. G, your favorite auntie, who we are
Another
all
auntie.
celebrating to you. Y'all blow up that chat for Mrs. G, your favorite auntie. She became a fully monetized, for real, for real. She became a fully monetized content creator. We are still, I am super excited for you, friend. There's all the way to the top,
Congratulations.
all the way to the top, Mrs. G, your favorite auntie. Shout out to Mrs. G. Shout out to all the content creators for sticking with us and staying with us for this episode of Shop Talk. Look, Shop Talk. For this episode of Coffee and Conversations. This is Kendi K's interview portion. And so I would be remiss if I did not pop this up. If you would like for Kendi K to interview you for Coffee and Conversations, then please point this your smartphone to this QR code, capture this, drop me your information, or even better, quicker, drop down in the chat and just let me know that you're interested in an interview. And y'all, I create something custom every one of my interviews. But
Yeah.
frankly, friends, I had to get on the list to interview Jo for Joe's Sleep and Slim
You're
Down
always at the
Journey.
top of the list, Candy K. Always at the top.
Oh, thank you,
Whenever
friend.
you want
Thank
me,
you,
I'm
friend.
there.
Thank you, friend. But Joe is I you came to one of my Sunday sunrise editions of Shop Talk and popped up on the panel with me, and we co-hosted the rest of that thing together. Epic, epic show, by the way. And I'm going
I
to tag
learned
that.
so
I'm going to
much.
tag that in the description box and in the comments
Yes.
today so that folks can watch that, because you're going to get more about content creation from Jo. You're going to see the vibe, the energy, and then you'll see more about why she is my real life friend, even away from YouTube. But Jo, it is so unbelievable, the growth, the phenomenal growth of your both of your channels now, both of your
Right.
channels. And we know, do I always have said that as a content creator, do what you love. Your niche should be something that you love and that you are truly passionate about, because YouTube does take time,
Yeah.
and you're nurturing the YouTube baby, if you will. You're growing a channel from infancy to toddlerhood to those terrible twos when it seems like nothing you do is working. You know,
Yes.
all of those things, and then to adolescence and early adolescence and adulthood and all of those things. And we want to be here for the long haul. I certainly want my channel to be here for the long haul. It's something I wanted to do before 50, and I did become a fully monetized channel before the age of 50, and I'm super proud of that.
Yeah. You should
Joe,
be. It's brilliant.
Joe, how do you stay motivated in those times? And I know it's hard for you to think back now to those
Yeah.
times when you only saw two folks in the chat, or no folks
No folks. No
in the
folks.
chat. How do you stay motivated in those moments as a content creator?
There was something that Chip Lowe from Chip Lowe 75 said.
Yes.
He says, once you've birthed it, once you've put it out in the world, if it doesn't do well, it's still out in the world. It's still your baby.
Yes.
But don't pay it too much attention.
Right.
The ones you should be paying attention to are the ones that work. And if they work, that's why now I think I've got 4 vibration plate videos, because they worked for me. But if it's not worked, don't worry about it. But don't put too much energy into worrying about it and wondering what went wrong, because nothing went wrong. There was nothing that went wrong. And when you get monetized, you might find that that video actually picks up. So everything that out there is still is something that came from you. You birthed it. So as you say, just don't put any energy into worrying about the thing that didn't work so well. Instead, put your energies into what worked well, and whilst you're still enjoying it.
Yeah, I call that having for Shop Talk, I call that having a growth mindset. And it works not just for YouTube, it works for life, friends.
Yeah.
It's having a growth mindset. When things don't go as you intended, reflect on it. Are there some things that need to be changed? It can be an interaction that you have with someone at the grocery store, or as you're going about your workday, as you're interacting with colleagues or with the public, whatever your work life it looks like. If things went off the rails, have a growth mindset. What can I do differently? That's a growth
Yeah.
mindset.
Don't wallow
If
in it. Don't wallow in the misery of it.
right, but use it to make changes in self. And if you don't feel like it's something that you can change in self, well, change the situation. Is that a situation that is so toxic or so wrong for you that you need to remove yourself from that situation and your interactions with that person? All of
Right.
those things might be true. So having a growth mindset does not just apply to YouTube and
As
content
life.
creation. having a growth mindset is what has propelled me in life. Okay. Changing what you think about thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
That's having a growth mindset, and how you show up in the world, and how you interact with others, and how people interact with you. It's
Yes.
all on growth. It's all on growth.
Love
You
that.
talked a lot about gratitude. Um,
Yes.
not just on your channel, but just in life. Okay. I'm just grateful for life. And we're grateful to have Jo from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey with us. We've got another content creator with us. We want to welcome in Britt
I
Family
knew
Fun.
it.
Y'all,
Yay!
she's another one of my favorites, a small content creator who is making some moves now in these YouTube streets,
Yes.
also on a weight loss journey and on a health journey. And I think she'd want you to know that. She is an autism mom as well. And y'all, do you see how we're changing the vibe? Do you see how we're really trying to be intentional now to shout out content creators? So that's what we do for Shop Talk, with 3 live streamed episodes a week. Jo, I've got to go. I've
I
got to get
know
started with my
the time.
work day. Yes, I've got to not get started. I got to continue my work day. But that's what we do for Shop Talk and for Coffee and Conversations, because it's necessary. I wanted the coveted interview, and I thank you for obliging me, friends.
Thank you. We're definitely going to
Rachel,
talk about.
Rachel is coming in from your front door. Rachel says, "Hello, everybody. I don't know how I got here, but I'm so glad to be here." I love that. Rachel, you're in the right
Rachel,
place at
you
the
can
right
stay.
time. Please stay with us. Please stay locked in. Y'all, we're going to take 2 more minutes. Jo, tell us what's coming up next for you. When is your next live stream on Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey? We already know you just gave us a new addition, a new story time that just dropped this morning. It's a
Yes,
magical
yes.
story. It's a magical bedtime time story about hyenas. So now tell us, 2 minutes, what's happening on your channel. When is your next live stream for Joe's Sleep and Slim Down?
Okay, well, possibly Friday, because I have
Okay.
to, based on what my energies levels are like. So
Okay.
possibly Friday. There's the behind the scenes with Candy K, Low Carb Queen. They're guesting. Himani, Harjarine, and JC Clementi Jane. They're together on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I've just seen Coach and myself. We're going to be doing part 2 of Coach Me and Reen Experience with special guest, Twan from Traces of Twan's Life. So they're
Mm.
the things that are happening with me this week.
Oh, it's
Um,
another exciting collaboration.
yes, as I say, because the cross pollination, isn't it, of it all?
Cross pollination.
Cross pollination is your friend, and if you end up, I mean, who I was chatting with, Carnival Muscle. I want to be doing a collab with Carnival Muscle because as a carnivore, I'm a carnivore, and I'm trying to improve my core. Well, if anyone's seen Carnival Muscle, you see the man is built. So,
Yeah.
I wanted to learn a bit more about that. So all of the wonderful things.
Count me in for that.
Definitely. And likewise, if anyone out there is wanting to do a live, but they may not be feeling like they want to do it on their own, reach out to other content creators. You'll find loads of content creators in Shop Talk on Candy K's channel. So reach out, and before you know it, you're doing a collab that if you build it, they will come.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And if you need watch hours on your channel, please join Candy K 3 times a week, 3 live streamed episodes, and you can join my panel. You can join me backstage, and I'll bring you up on channel on the to the viewing audience live stream. So even if you've never gone live stream on your own channel before, just come over to Shop Talk. I asked you to get the lay of the land and chat it up with us. Then I know you in the YouTube streets. Then you can
Yes.
join me for every episode of Shop Talk, and you can get watch hours on your own channel. So if that's what's holding you back from partial monetization or even full monetization, join us for Shop Talk, where we talk as content creators. We want to shout, look at there, Mrs. G, your favorite auntie, has been a member of Candy K's crew for 2 months. Shout out to this creator. Y'all, she's putting out good content into the world. Funny,
Yes.
the church, parody.
Oh, I'm not
No.
seeing that.
If you like to laugh, check out Mrs. G, your favorite auntie. But
I
she
watched
does
that
so
one.
much more than that. She's a mom. She's a cat mom too. Mrs. G
Ah,
is a cat mom too. I just made the connection by looking at Mrs. Mary. Yes, yes, yes. And she's cracking up too. Friends, I gotta come down for this from this place. I hate to leave us there, but y'all, you gotta stay locked in. You thank you, Joe, for obliging us today for this very special coffee and conversations with
thank
none
you.
other than Joe from Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. And now with a second channel, Auntie Joe's Bedtime Stories.
Thank
Goodbye
you.
for
Everyone have a wonderful day.
goodbye for now.